Hey sports fans, it's Larry Eater. Conversations with Larry. It's on a rainy Sunday in Des Moines, Iowa, and we're on day 4 of the USA Outdoor Championships. And I want to talk to you about the changing flavor of these championships. I did a story which I took from Reuters that Justin Gatlin, Christian Coleman, Allison Felix, Brittany Reese were all not going to be here. And the overall theme was, well, then these championships are going to be absolute crap. Truth is, it's one of the best championships I've ever been to. The stories are young athletes, established athletes. It's all about rivalries. There's a pretty good crowd here. The weather's better than it's ever been in Des Moines, and I've been to 3 of these. But here's the story. America is the supreme track country in the world. China will be a big one and is becoming one. India could be the biggest ever, but they're not there yet. But the U.S. has the best form system. We have 16,000 high schools, 1.4 million kids in high school track and cross country, and then you have another 200,000 in junior college and college track and field. College track and field is fighting for its life, but that's because of the gluttony of American football and college basketball. The ADs have sold their souls to those sports. It's virtual slavery for both of those sports. These kids don't get full educations. There's $5 billion made off TV, and while the schools get the money, I'm not so sure what the benefits are for some of the athletes. Track athletes actually have to do something. They have to graduate. They have to go to classes, and they also compete. And if you check the GPAs along with football, I mean soccer, those are the 2 best GPAs among collegiate athletes. So track and field kids are smart, articulate, they know how to use social media, and they also know that they're only as good as their last performance as well as what their fans think of them. This weekend we had tons of pictures of the top athletes, from Jenny Simpson to Ronnie Baker to the new star Noah Lyle, signing autographs and talking to kids and taking selfies. That's how you grow the sport. That's why I feel confident that our sport's going to continue to grow. Do I get frustrated with federations? Oh, sure. From our federation to any of the federations that I involve with, because at the end of the day, sometimes they are too insular. It's all about putting on a good track meet, keeping it on time, keeping the competition level, and also, this is the other part, making sure the media has access. If you don't have the media there, you don't have an event. It's like a tree falling in the woods and no one's there, okay? We don't want that Zen koan. We want track and field to be successful. Congratulations to the city of Des Moines. Congratulations to Drake University. Thank you to the sponsors of USATF, because they're all putting it in and they're all trying to get athletes and they're trying to make this sport grow. And pat on the back to the folks at Runner Space, Track and Field News, us at RunBlogRun, and some of the other media organizations that are covering the event, because it really is a fabulous event. There's great stories from Lopez Lamong and Molly Huddle to the battle between Noah Lyles and Ronnie Baker was awesome. And Aaliyah Hobbs, loved that 100. And yesterday, Matt Centrowitz, God, I love Matt Centrowitz. And Shelby Houlihan, that girl, 57.6 for the last 400s. How can you not get excited about that? You know, I watch American football, and it doesn't do anything for me. And my camera guys are looking at me now like, what the hell are you thinking? But I think about running, jumping, and throwing. When I watch football, I break down the movements. That's the coaching part in me. I look at track and field, and I think about the 13 years it's taken them to come up to this level, to be able to compete in the U.S. Championship, and how any person on that line can win. I remember a story with the 1972 bronze medalist in the 5,000 meters, Ian Stewart. And I asked Ian one time what it was like in an Olympic final, and he said, anybody in the race can win. If you don't think they can, you shouldn't be there. And I always hold that to heart when I think about the crew in 100 meters, a shot put, Darrell Hill upsetting Ryan Krauser yesterday. This is a sport This is not professional wrestling. You don't know what's going to happen until the event happens. And that's what makes it fun. We've got to tell the stories better. What's happened this year is a lot of the young athletes have done their best. But I mean, Aaliyah Hobbs is the first collegian to win a women's 100 meters since 1991, and Carlette Kidry, who I called Carlotta in one of my stories. Sorry, Carlette. But those are the kind of stories that we need to focus on. Do I love Brittany Reese and her 24-foot long jumps, and Allison Felix and Justin and Christian Coleman? Of course I do. And I want them to have speedy recoveries, because I want to see them against Noah Lyles. And I want to see them against Ronnie Baker. And I want to see them against some of the other young competitors. That's what the sport's about. But the biggest secret in American sports is how dominant the U.S. track and field team is. And it's so dominant, people take it for granted. That's why they only watch it every 4 years. That's why, like an Athletics Cup in London that's coming up, or a Continental Cup in Ostrava in September, are so important. American sport fans understand teams. Whatever reason, we got this whole team thing. The red, white, and blue stuff just messes us up. And that's what USA Track and Field is focusing on, and we celebrate that. This is Larry Eder, signing off from Des Moines.